Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Let's get to the news. It's a moment that's got all Eagles fans talking, and for good reason. Just when we thought this season was shaping up to be another exciting chapter in the Eagles' storied history, news broke that could shake things up in a big way. The Philadelphia Eagles, a team that's been consistently competitive over the past few seasons, has now entered the trade conversation in a major way, and it involves a star player from the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, you heard it right. Rumors are swirling that the Eagles are in talks to acquire Kansas City's cornerback, Jaylen Watson. Now, this isn't just a typical trade rumor. It's a strategic move that could define the Eagles' defensive future and their chances of repeating as Super Bowl champions. But let's back up a little. Why would the Eagles be interested in a cornerback like Watson? Well, if you've been paying close attention to the team's secondary this season, you already know that while the defense hasn't exactly been a disaster, it's also not the lockdown unit we saw in recent years. The secondary has had its moments, but it's lacked that consistent, game-changing presence that can shut down the best receivers and give the rest of the defense more freedom to attack. The truth is, the Eagles' defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio, has hinted that some changes might be on the horizon. He's been subtly signaling that adjustments are needed, especially in the cornerback room, which is no surprise considering the challenges faced so far this season. Now, if you're an Eagles fan, you know how much Fangio relies on a stout secondary to execute his complex defensive schemes. His defense demands versatile, aggressive cornerbacks who can handle top receivers one-on-one, and that's where the current depth chart becomes a concern. Kelly Ringo has been waiting in the wings, getting limited snaps behind a struggling Adoree, Jackson and Jacorian Bennett. Neither Jackson nor Bennett has been able to impress consistently, and that's a problem when facing the high-powered offenses in the league. Ringo, on the other hand, has shown flashes of promise. The coaching staff has been telling him to stay ready because his opportunity is coming, and if the Eagles want to make a serious push, they need to give him that chance sooner rather than later. This is where the potential trade for Jaylen Watson comes into play. Watson, who has been a solid contributor for Kansas City, could bring exactly what the Eagles need: a reliable outside corner who can match up against top-tier receivers. His stats are pretty impressive, allowing just a 61% reception rate over his career, with 4 interceptions and 16 pass breakups. That's the kind of production that can elevate the entire secondary and give the Eagles' defense the boost it needs to become truly dominant again. Imagine Watson paired with Quinion Mitchell, an outside duo capable of locking down the perimeter and forcing quarterbacks to look elsewhere. That's a nightmare for offenses and a huge boost for the Eagles' championship aspirations. But the trade isn't just about what Watson can do for the Eagles. It's also about what the Chiefs might want in return. Kansas City is facing some tough roster decisions. Both Trent McDuffie and Jaylen Watson are set to hit free agency after the season, and with the recent signing of Christian Fulton to add depth, it's clear that the Chiefs might be looking to move Watson before he walks for nothing. From their perspective, trading Watson now offers a chance to get valuable draft capital or young players in return, helping them rebuild or bolster other areas of their roster. It's a classic case of a team managing its future cap and roster needs while making a smart move to keep the competitive edge. For the Eagles, the trade makes a lot of sense. Their general manager, Howie Roseman, has a proven track record of smart, calculated moves, and this could be another one. Bringing in Watson would not only plug a gap in the secondary, but also send a message to the rest of the league that the Eagles are all in again, ready to push for another Super Bowl title. It's about adding talent that can help them close out tough games, especially in the postseason, where every play counts and the secondary's ability to make key stops can decide the outcome. Now, let's talk a little more about the bigger picture. The Eagles have had a strong start to the season, with their offense clicking under Jalen Hurts, who continues to be one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in the league. His ability to extend plays, combined with the talent at receiver, makes the Eagles' offense a nightmare for defenses. But it's the defense that needs to catch up, and adding a player like Watson could be the spark that pushes them over the edge. Plus, with the NFL trade deadline approaching, teams are increasingly active, and players like Watson are hot commodities. The Eagles' front office is always looking for ways to improve, and this trade rumor fits right into that mold. Of course, the trade isn't just about acquiring Watson. It's also about the ripple effects it could have across the division and league. If the Eagles bolster their secondary, they become even more formidable, potentially making life harder for division rivals like the Dallas Cowboys or the New York Giants. The NFC East is already one of the most competitive divisions in football, and a move like this could tip the scales even further in Philadelphia's favor. It's a strategic chess move, with the Eagles positioning themselves for another deep playoff run, possibly even another Super Bowl appearance, which is the ultimate goal after falling just short in recent seasons. And let's not forget the history. The Eagles have a proud legacy, and under the leadership of Howie Roseman, they've shown that they're not afraid to make bold moves. Remember last season, when they made key trades that helped them get to the NFC Championship? That same mindset seems to be alive and well this year. They recognize the importance of the secondary, especially in today's league where passing offenses are more potent than ever. The addition of Watson could be the piece that completes the puzzle, giving the Eagles a balanced team capable of competing at the highest level. Looking ahead, fans are already dreaming about what this could mean for the upcoming games. If the trade goes through, we might see Watson step into the lineup sooner rather than later, bringing his experience and skill to the field. It could be a game changer, especially in high-stakes matchups against top teams like the Cowboys or the Bills. The secondary will be tested, no doubt about it, but with Watson's presence, the Eagles can tighten up the coverage, force more turnovers, and create more scoring opportunities for Hurts and the offense. It's about building that championship mentality, and this move could be the missing link that propels the Eagles back into the Super Bowl conversation. Moreover, this isn't just about immediate impact. It's also about setting a tone for the rest of the season and beyond. The Eagles are in a unique position. They have a talented roster, a passionate fan base, and a front office that knows how to make moves. If they land Watson, they're sending a message that they're all in, that they're willing to do whatever it takes to bring another Lombardi trophy to Philadelphia. The NFC landscape is shifting, and the Eagles are positioning themselves to be at the forefront of that change. They want to be the team everyone fears, the team that can adapt, improve, and ultimately dominate. Now, I know some fans might be wondering about the logistics. What would a trade like this entail? Well, considering Watson's production and potential, the Eagles might be offering some draft picks, or perhaps a young player or two to Kansas City. It's a strategic move, balancing immediate needs with future assets. The Chiefs, on the other hand, could see Watson as a valuable piece to help them contend this season and beyond, especially as they plan for life after their current core. It's the kind of smart, calculated deal that can benefit both teams and give each a fresh boost. And let's keep in mind, this isn't just speculation. The NFL trade deadline is always full of surprises, and with the season progressing, teams are making decisions that can alter the playoff picture dramatically. For the Eagles, adding a player like Watson could be the key to finally unlocking their full potential and securing another Super Bowl appearance. It's a move that fans have been dreaming about, and now it's starting to look like it could become a reality. So, as we watch these developments unfold, the excitement is palpable. The Eagles are in a position to make a bold statement in the NFL this season, and acquiring Watson would be a clear sign of their intent. They're building a team that's not only talented but also smart and strategic, ready to take on the best and beat them. The NFC East will be watching closely, because this move could trigger a domino effect across the league. And for fans of the Eagles, it's a thrilling time to be part of this journey, to see their team not just compete but also make bold, game-changing moves that could lead them back to the Super Bowl. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Watson is the missing piece that can help the Eagles finally get over the hump and bring home another Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with moves like this, the Eagles are definitely making their mark. Thanks for being part of this community, and as always, go Birds.